Today is a very, very important day uh, to talk about just that, about love. Because I'm going to be honest, I've been avoiding the US presidential election like the plague. But I haven't even watched the news this morning, but I know Donald Trump is now going to be the president of the United States of America. So I see the outcry, the turmoil in many people because a lot of people are scared. And so I think on a day when a lot of people are scared and in a time when a lot of people fear the worst, I think it's important to talk about the best. And love is the best. Love never fails. Love is the way, and it is the way out of a situation like the one that's going on now. And I was looking at certain posts and just the fear that people have. And as a Canadian, we don't have a dog in this fight. We're watching it from the outside, but it gives us a great opportunity as people to step back and ask yourself, what are you about? When you forget about the political side of things, morally and in terms of your values and principles, what are you about? And what do you want to see in the world? I am 27 years old, so I was born, I'm the last of the 80s crop, and we are the babies that basically are leading the next generation. We were the last of an age before internet connectivity, before worldwide mass connectivity. And we are going to go into a time in the very near future where the planet and the people on the planet and the abilities of people are going to be so different than what they ever were before for our parents and their parents before them. And so it gives us an opportunity to sit here and ask ourselves, well, what do we want to see? Are we happy with what we see now? Did it work? Is the system working? Because you went like this in America, and similarly, it happens up here. You went Clinton, Obama, or sorry, Clinton, Bush, Obama. Now you're going Trump, whoever the hell is next. And up here, we just went. We had Harper, and now we got Trudeau, right? So it bounces, and it's going to go back to the conservatives next time. It bounces back and forth and back and forth. But as much as it bounces back and forth, it's just the same system in play. The same things are happening to the planet. The same things are happening to the people. And generally speaking, things are not necessarily getting better. In fact, things are getting worse. And so we go back to that question. Are we happy with what we're seeing? Is this satisfactory for the next generation? Because those of us who are parents, we have to think about our children really being the next generation after us of a whole new world. This is going to be a world where the possibilities and the instant connectivity and maybe even the possibilities off the planet are going to be so astronomical that it will blow our very minds. And so we have to ask ourselves, what do we want to see going forward? What are the options? And that is why I come back to love. The founding principle doesn't change. It is show goodness and love to everything around you and everybody around you. And by that virtue, we can move in a different direction because the direction that we are currently on is the direction of hate and hatred. We are showing hatred to the planet. We are showing hatred to people all over the planet just through our needs, our artificial elusive needs that we think that we have to survive. Just the clothes that we need to wear, or the food that we need to eat, how it's coming to us and who's being hurt in the process. This is what needs to be assessed by this generation, by my generation. We need to stop and think about what we want to see going forward. Because we came out of a system where both Canada and America were founded in slavery and in oppression of other people. That is a fact. The oppression in Canada of the Indigenous peoples, which has gone on and is going on to this day, is a fact. It is a fact that a genocide of an entire people has gone on here. I'm talking about in Canada, and it is a fact that the United States, the empire that is the United States, was built on the backs of other people. And as a society, we'd like to think that our principles have changed to a point where we would not consider such means of abuse on other people in order to succeed as appropriate anymore. We've risen above that. But have we? Have we risen above that? That's the question. And if that system of building empires on abusing people is what brought us to this point, well, we need to ask ourselves, where are we going to go? Because we either continue in the old way and we continue with the same system of basically imperial abuse on others and keeping the rich rich and the poor poor, and a system based on fake currency and a system based on war, or we decide that we're going to stop and turn things in a different direction, in a new direction. And I go back to the word love, because love is the way. We have lost, and particularly we have lost connection, particularly through social media. We don't connect as people anymore because it is too easy and it is too efficient to just use our devices to connect. But how often do you actually meet up with friends and see them face to face? How often do you pick up the phone and talk to somebody and hear their voice? We've lost these principles that kept us together as a society, kept us loving as a society, and we've taken on this instant gratification connectivity society based on fake currency, and we got to make a change. That's all there is to it. Because the ship is sinking, and it's sinking fast. And as you look at the fools that are leading us, the rulers, the new ruler now in the US, we need to realize it's all an illusion. It is not changed. Yesterday is no different today, and tomorrow will be no different. Because the same people that tell those fake presidents and prime ministers what to do aren't changing. That eye that is on the money, on the 100, isn't going anywhere. That queen that is on the 20 here in Canada isn't going anywhere. Unless we decide, our generation decides that we've had enough and it's time to make a decision to change for the better. And it will be a change of love. And so that's it. Today, on this day where many people are upset and many people are downtrodden and are worried about the future, just remember that with this word, you can accomplish anything. And it's with love. You go forward, and today, show love to people, and love will come back to you. Because we can build, and we don't have to allow negative circumstances like a fake election where now you got somebody that scares a lot of people in office to affect how we feel. If we wrap ourselves and share and receive freely the word love. Peace and love. See you next time.